but for you to look back, if you can, on 30 years of your career and remark if anything has altered, changed, shifted.
I really like your question, and I'm going to take the opportunity to answer it. I think that I like the analogy of marriage. People who are about to get married are in a euphoric state, and then they get married, and things change, and you realize, oh my God, this is about self-reform, not romance, right? Immature people look only for romance. And let's say, the sugar's going out of this, I've got to find a new high. And so they go from partner to partner to partner. If you set yourself in a relationship with someone, and I like this word training. In the West, in America, we call dance training, we call it class. In Europe, they call it training. Training in Studio 1, training in Studio 2. And training is lifelong, it never stops. And so this discipline that I've chosen is training me still. And so in the very beginning, you're just elated. I love to build ballets, blah, 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 blah. And then you come into this relationship and you say, oh my God, here are ways that you have to change. Here are ways where your attitude is small. Here are ways where you have to expand. And so we come upon Emerson's amazing quote that the goal of art is higher than art. And so this man is telling us, by these practices, you can transform your life. There comes a period, and so with great artists, you see you're hoping that through art making, and I'm not talking about fame, but through art making, there's a transformation where human beings become masterpieces of humanity. And so the work is training you, you know, even the idea of creation, the fact that we sign our name as authors is absolutely nonsensical, because we have to ask, who's really doing what? Do I tell my stomach, okay, digest the food now? Do I tell my blood, run, 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 go through the veins, a little quicker, please? Do I tell my brain, okay, now you better think, heart, please keep beating? The machine works. And so it's the same in creativity. Those works exist already. Brilliant novels, inventions, they're all in a storehouse. We tap into them. Because of our materialism and our egos, we sign our names. But it's a joke. It's really a joke. It's like King Tut saying, I found, you know, the guy in England, I found Tut. That was always there. Even locals knew it. They don't write that in the history books, but locals, oh yeah, there's the place with all the gold, blah, 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 blah. So after a long time, you realize, I'm being disciplined. Let me get close to it. Isn't that interesting? Because the things that, bitter or sweet, the things that transform us, the usually difficult things we want to avoid. But yet, those things transform us. I've heard so many dancers say to me, you know, I used to be a dancer. You'll come up to me after a show, and I say, oh, really? Yeah, but I stopped because the teacher said my butt was too big, or my feet weren't good, or I was too tall. And I think right away, you listened? You listened to that person? So you flunked the first test. Your love wasn't strong enough. Your love was not strong enough to say, you know? And so the whole thing is it's really about self-reform. I mean, even the idea of, when I see young dancers, to believe in yourself, you know, to know that even if I can't see it, I know there's something in here. You know, when you plant the seed, you don't dig it up to see if it's growing. You know, you have to have some faith, something's in here. I need to water it, I need to feed it, regardless of what anyone has said. And so all this I'm talking about is about human stuff. And so whatever you've chosen as your wife, spouse, partner, a career, commitment, it's challenge. There will be places where there is no sugar at all. And why is that? Because it's to develop your unconditional love and get away from the banking model of, well, I put this in, I should get that out, where's my investment? I think I'm giving more than her or him. Nonsense. You have to give it up.